And we begin, as today marks 9 years since the heartbreaking Pulse nightclub tragedy. On June 12, 2016, a gunman entered the club, taking the lives of 49 innocent people. Today, the City of Orlando is honoring and remembering the victims, survivors, and their families. We have live team coverage as the City of Orlando prepares to honor and remember the 49 victims and that tragic day that changed Central Florida forever. We're going to get to WESH 2's Gail Pascal Brown, who's live at the Pulse site. And Gail, the city will host a remembrance ceremony later today.
Absolutely. That Remembrance ceremony is going to be at First United Methodist Church. It starts at 5:30. However, Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer is going to be here to talk to us at 12:30 in about half an hour. Now, today's Remembrance ceremony is a chance for the family, survivors, and the community to come together for what is now 9 years since the June 12th tragedy. The mass shooting killed 49 people. Pulse survivors and families will go inside the nightclub today, as they did yesterday, the first time since the 2016 massacre. Now, the visits here to Pulse will run until 4 p.m. and then continue through Saturday.
It was an eerie feeling that you had inside because it's rare that you have a crisis site where that many victims have suffered.
Nothing can bring those 49 back. Nothing can cure the mental anguish that so many people have gone through.
It's hoped that the visits here will help in the healing process. The Pulse nightclub is scheduled to be demolished later this year. Now, a new Pulse memorial should be completed by the summer of 2027. About 250 people are expected to visit this nightclub now through Saturday. That includes 120 family members of 24 of the survivors, as well as 70 survivors of the attack. Covering Orange County, live in Orlando, I'm Gail Pascal Brown, WESH 2 News.
Certainly been an emotional week for Central Florida. As families and survivors start going inside Pulse, at least one survivor tells WESH 2 they will not be going to visit the nightclub today. Instead, they told us they're going to the state attorney's office. WESH 2's Nancy Alvarez just spoke with this survivor. She's coverage from the DoubleTree Hotel in Orlando. Nancy?
Sonica, good afternoon. This hotel has really become home base for the families of the victims and for the survivors. They are being bused from here, from this spot, to the nightclub and then back. And then they've actually set up a room here for those who want to go into this room that's been set aside just for them to speak to the media. Now, so far, no one has spoken. We've heard that about 15 people have left here to go to the nightclub. We did, however, hear from survivor Joshua Hernandez, who stood in front of the cameras and showed us the scars he still lives with. He had a time set up to visit the site this morning, but told us he just couldn't do it, saying mentally it would just be too difficult to revisit the place where he was shot while he was huddled inside a bathroom with others that night.
For my mental, I want to stay out, and then I want to close this chapter of my life because I want to keep going with my life. I don't want to be 20 years, repeat this for 20 years. I'm tired already. I want to be good with my life.
So Joshua is actually spending his time today continuing to advocate for what he says are the answers that are still needed. Even 9 years later, he has a large binder that he is delivering to the state attorney's office full of information he and other survivors and family members want reviewed. It ranges from the law enforcement response that night to alleged code violations and safety issues in the club that some say prevented people from getting out. Those issues continue to be front and center today. For many others, though, the sole focus is, of course, those sacred moments that they will spend inside the nightclub where their loved ones died. And of course, we'll have complete coverage of those visits there at the Pulse nightclub, and we'll bring you whoever speaks here to us today when we see you again this afternoon starting at 4. For now, we're live in Orlando. Back to you, Sonica.
All right, our coverage certainly will be extensive throughout the day as we cover it all. There's also a blood drive happening at City Hall. One Blood will be accepting donations until 6 o'clock tonight. You can reserve a time slot online, or you can just walk up to the Big Red Bus. And not only did survivors and victims' families begin site visits at Pulse nightclub yesterday, they also met with the FBI. agents telling them that the investigation into the shooting is going to end. Some families say they left that meeting feeling very unsatisfied. Victor Almodovar lost his 23-year-old brother Stanley in the shooting. He traveled here from Tennessee, and his grandmother and father traveled here from Puerto Rico. The family telling us 9 years later, they wanted to know if Stanley was shot by the gunman at Pulse or accidentally by police during the response.
Did you get to ask that question?
No.
I still believe that there's other avenues they can investigate.
People who went to the meeting tell us that it focused on the gunman, his wife, and the details of the investigation that they had heard before. They say they wanted to talk about the safety at the club, allegations of code violations, the police response, and what the FBI knew before the shooting happened. As for what happens next now for the nightclub, a $12 million permanent memorial will replace the nightclub itself and reconstruct the property along Orange Avenue. Construction is set to start next year. And while some visitors say they wish the building would remain, others insist on seeing it torn down. But all agree that the permanent memorial is long overdue.